Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I will show you guys how I maintain my water parameters and how I dose my system to keep all my corals healthy and happy and to get really good growth. I also wanted to let you know that this method works for me and it may not work for you. So before we do that, let's take a quick look at my tank so that way that you guys can see all the corals and how they're doing. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the view of my tank. So let's come down here and I'll show you how I run the system to keep everything happy, growing. So in order for me to keep this thing running, believe it or not, all I do is I dose all for reef and I do weekly water changes. It's just that simple. That's all I do. I dose this all for reef using a Kimura pump. Let me show you that real quick. So I dose every single hour for 14 hours straight using all for reef. It took me a while to get here, but that's all I do now. Actually, it took me about a year to figure out how to simplify the process of just dosing all for reef and doing water changes. So I'm dosing all for reef. It's just really to maintain my alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium. And the water changes, what it does is just help me replace the trace elements that my coral needs. When I first started the system, I used to dose Kalkwasser. I took a tablespoon of Kalkwasser, put it into an ATO container, using the ATO pump to dose my system. After a while, I started SPS, so I needed more. So I switched to bulk resupply 2-part. This is where you dose alkalinity and calcium separately, but the same amount. After a while of just dosing bulk resupply 2-part, I started noticing that my corals were not getting the growth or the coloration that I wanted. So I started dosing Acro Power for coral growth, Red Sea AB Plus for coloration, and I started feeding Reef Roy. This got expensive really fast, so I stopped doing that. People were telling me in order to get really good growth in your corals that you really need to maintain a high pH level. So I started dosing cat water again. This time I went out and made a purchase from Avas Marine. This is a cat water reactor. This is where you put in like half a cup of cat water, and it uses like a stir 24/7, and then you would drip the cat water into your sump. So I was using this cat water reactor for a while, along with the bulk resupply 2-part, along with the coral, food, and aqua power. After a while, I've noticed that it was just too much for me to maintain. So that's when I went to All for Reef. So I got rid of the bulk resupply 2-part, all the coral, food, and just mainly focus on the cat water reactor along with All for Reef. So recently, after talking to a few experts from my local fish store and learning how they maintain their reef system, I decided to simplify the process again, so that way I can enjoy my reef tank, spend less time worrying about what to dose and how much to dose. So I got rid of the cat water reactor and just dose All for Reef and start doing weekly water changes. It is really easy to maintain my reef system by dosing only one solution and doing water changes to replace my trace elements. I would do a separate video on how I do my water changes. It's super easy. I can do it in less than 40 minutes. So please look for that video. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's super long. And if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel for more on how to do videos. Please also comment below on any suggestions or any questions that you may have. Thank you so much. See you next time.